So I have to hand it to RFK. He gives us some of the most hilarious fucking moments I think I've ever seen. My favorite was when he was on the Flagrant podcast, and he was asked about, like, hey, did you know Epstein? And he's like, yeah, I did. I know Epstein. I was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, but, back then when I was a child and all the way up into the 1990s, you would just see these people around New York City. You'd hang out with Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein and all. He goes down a list, and it's like, it gets so ridiculous. It's like, we were with Jack the Ripper, and we were with a whole bunch of different serial killers. I think I met Satan himself. One time I was hanging out with Satan himself. I took a couple rides on his plane, but it was no big deal. It's just amazing how he casually just obliterates himself when he says these things. Never mind the So anyway, I picked up a dead bear in Central Park, and then I cooked it and ate it and got a brain worm and had it eat my brain. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? You got to get your life together, dog. Holy shit. Never mind the affair he had with Olivia Nuzzi. I don't want to think of this 70-year-old fucking guy who has the face of like a catcher's mitt. I don't want to think about him. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Oh, that almost feels as good as nicotine and heroin does. Jesus Christ. Let me give you a little bit here. This is from that podcast with Andrew Schultz, and listen to what he says.
And Glenn then comes to the United States. It's hard for them to live here. And she comes and I think my impression was that, and I don't know, she was always wonderful to me and, kind.
When people say shit like that, sure, I met Hitler once or twice, and he was actually kind of a gentleman to me personally. Come on, man. She's a child rapist. Not only was she a child trafficker, she also partook in the rapes, which is something not a lot of people know or remember. But anyway, so here he is talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, guess what? He happened to come out in the Epstein files. There was a lot of stuff about RFK in the Epstein files. One thing was he went hunting with them, and he was searching for dinosaur bones in the Midwest with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Classic fucking weirdo RFK type story, okay? But again, here's the thing nobody's talking about. We showed this in one of our big Epstein segments in the recent past. We showed this. But this deserves a little more conversation, doesn't it? Look at this. From the guy who kept a journal of how many affairs he had while married to his previous wife who killed herself after finding it, bro had such a disdain for her that he actually dug her body up and moved her to an unmarked grave? Excuse me? I didn't fucking know that, did you? Actually, I'm not sure if she committed suicide or had his friend Jeff Epstein kill her. After all, this is the email in the files. Pretty sus, if you ask me. Guys, this is a real email from the files. Again, we covered this in a previous Epstein segment, but look at this. To Eva Dubin from Jeffrey Epstein. This is Wednesday, May 16th, 2012, okay? And from the bottom up here, it says, Mary Kennedy found dead in her backyard. And it was sent from a BlackBerry. Mary Kennedy found dead in her backyard. To which Epstein replies, whoops. Whoops. What did you mean by that? What did you mean by whoops to, this woman? Does that sound like a normal reaction to somebody being found dead in their backyard? Whoops. And by the way, there's another time, I forget exactly what it was in reference to, but again, it's in one of our longer Epstein segments where somebody else was brought up this person died or this person was killed or whatever. And Epstein goes, again, whoops. It is very fucking possible. This is sketchy. This is sketchy. I think anybody can acknowledge there's a possibility that RFK had Jeffrey Epstein off his wife. That's a possibility based on this, okay? Not saying anything definitively, but Jesus fucking Christ, how is nobody talking about this? How is nobody talking about this? I understand that this guy is one of the biggest creeps in politics, but for the love of God, wakey, look at what we're dealing with here. And the Epstein files are packed full, not only of child rape, but also murder. And there's even in the FBI intake forms some talk of cannibalism, some weird code language, which, could allude to some cannibalistic type shit. It was actually a child trafficking ring. We know that Jeffrey Epstein bought all this sulfuric acid at the same time they opened up an investigation into him, okay? They had a trap door at the bottom of Rape Island in the mansion, which goes directly to the water. There's a lot. Come on, man. What we're looking at here, this shit is not normal. This is not normal. There was open talk of murder in there. And so when I read this, I cannot believe they said, there's nothing here. Like, we can't investigate anything. We can't indict anybody. We can't get any convictions. Like, we got nothing. There's like literally thousands of examples of potential criminality to investigate, to look into, and they're just going, what do you want us to do? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. But the reason they're protecting them is because that's the shadow government of people who actually runs the world. These are the moneyed interests. These are the billionaire pedophile sadists who actually run the world. So the government is under their control, which is why the government is not investigating them, right? And here we go, this creepy ass back and forth about the death of RFK's wife, who allegedly committed suicide, and nobody's talking about this. Nobody's bringing this up. How has no media outlet said, hey, what the fuck is this about RFK? Why would Jeffrey Epstein react like that when told about your ex-wife dying? What does that mean? What does whoops mean? What was the nature of why was your relationship with her so fraught? Maybe somebody should look into this. And nobody's going to do it. It is just so crazy to me. We're dealing with a guy here who in every way is a freak. He thinks nicotine is good for you. He drinks methylene blue, which makes his tongue blue and his fucking brain is going to be blue. Not even kidding about that. If you do an autopsy on him after he passes away, his brain will be blue because he drinks methylene blue. He takes testosterone at 70 years old, and he thinks human growth hormone is good for you. He takes a peptide that makes his skin darker. It's like a bodybuilder thing that he does. Lord only knows why the fuck he does it. He's obsessed with mitochondria. He eats fucking roadkill. He bathed in a sewage creek. He's destroying. He's absolutely obliterating our entire health system in this country. Like, HHS is a fucking mess. They did mass firings, but also there was mass resignations because people went, you're doing some junk science bullshit. I want nothing to do with this. They're limiting access to the COVID vaccine. They got vaccine skeptics on the advisory panel, okay? The CDC director was fired after a month because she refused to go along with his bullshit junk science. He helped kick millions off Medicaid. I mean, this is crazy. What we're looking at is crazy. And now there's this. Now there's, hold on now. What did this email mean from Jeffrey Epstein? And why is nobody talking about this? Why is nobody asking about this? What a weird reaction. Mary Kennedy found dead in her backyard. Whoops. What does whoops mean? From the world's most notorious child trafficker, who also was engaged in rape and murder. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Any thoughts, anybody? So Jesus Christ, man, this guy's got to go. He's got to resign. And if not, he should be impeached. These people, they all got to go. They all got to go. This is a criminal cartel, is what we're looking at with this regime, and it's time everybody acknowledge that.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.